They say not every stray deserves a second chance, but what if I told you that belief is dead wrong? The truth is, most people don't rescue animals because they think it's too late. The damage is done, the trust is gone. But stories, like Momoa's, flip that script entirely. A creature once dismissed as just another lost cat now lives a life more peaceful, more joyful than many humans I know. And here's the kicker. His transformation didn't require some grand miracle, just patience, presence, and a little emotional intelligence, the kind that's becoming rare these days. If you've ever thought, it's not worth it, they're too broken, this story is going to challenge you. Because the real lesson here isn't just about rescuing animals, it's about how we view pain, recovery, and connection as a whole. In a world obsessed with instant results and highlight reels, Momoa's journey proves that slow, quiet healing can still create loud impact. You might laugh, you might tear up, but one thing's for sure after this. You'll never see lost causes the same way again. Ready to meet the cat who redefined what it means to be found? You don't stumble across stories like this every day, the kind that blend pain, hope, and transformation into a single thread. But that's exactly what happened with Momoa. He was found curled up next to a trash bin by a couple heading home from work. His fur matted, body trembling, eyes wary but oddly not empty. You couldn't tell how old he was, but his gaze, that said it all. Hunger, fear, and maybe, just maybe, a flicker of hope buried deep. Without hesitation, they wrapped him in an old car blanket and rushed him to a trusted vet. That first. That? Pure cinematic chaos. You could write a whole movie script just about that moment. Those first few days were like walking through an emotional minefield. Every step they took toward him was met with a glance of suspicion and a quiet retreat. But that's where the magic of human presence started working. A simple trick, like placing a worn t-shirt in his bed, helped him link their scent to safety. Funny how small gestures can unlock massive emotional shifts, right? And rather than forcing closeness, they just showed up, letting him set the pace. Honestly, more humans should apply that approach to their own relationships. Little by little, Momoa began to respond. First, a soft purr. Then, he dared eat his food while someone was in the room. Slowly but surely, he began rebuilding, physically, emotionally, spiritually. Like they say, everyone needs a reason to hold on, and sometimes that reason is us. Simple as a warm blanket and someone whispering, "You matter." And if you think this is where the story ends, not even close. What came next? That's where things really started to shift. Adapting to a new life isn't just about comfort, it's about unlearning survival mode. Momoa had to rewire his instincts. Every creaking floorboard used to mean danger. Every hand reaching out could be a threat. So the couple got creative. They built him a routine, predictable, calm, and loaded with positive associations. Morning cuddles weren't just for bonding. They were ways to teach him that the world wasn't out to get him anymore. They also introduced what I like to call confidence rituals. Small, repeatable wins, like letting him choose a toy or placing treats near the couch to show presence equals reward. Bit by bit, he learned that safety didn't have to feel like a fluke. And hey, if you're ever helping a traumatized animal, or even a person, remember this. Consistency creates trust, not intensity. That's a golden rule. Whether you're raising a cat or rebuilding a bond, the milestones came in quietly, but hit like fireworks. The first time he fell asleep with his belly exposed, vulnerable and content, it was like a silent celebration. He started responding to his name, gently rubbing against his human's legs when they came home. Each new behavior wasn't just sweet, it was a triumph of healing over fear. And the beauty? He wasn't just surviving anymore. He was finally beginning to live, and there was still so much more waiting for him. These days, Momoa has the kind of routine most people would envy. He wakes up to sunlight streaming through the living room window, stretches like a yoga master, and jumps onto the windowsill. His personal throne, his humans, they treat him like royalty, but in that low-key, we just love you kind of way. He gets head scratches on demand, gourmet cat food. Yes, that's a thing. And a cozy home that feels like his kingdom. And if cats could journal, his entries would read something like, "Life's good, I'm safe, I belong." Beyond the pampering, it's the little shared moments that truly tell the story. He curls up on their laps during movie nights now, not out of habit, but trust. When visitors arrive, he doesn't vanish under the bed anymore. He watches from a distance, curious but calm. They even caught him purring during a thunderstorm once, a miracle considering his past. That's what healing looks like, not perfection. That progress wrapped in peace. What lies ahead for Momoa? Well, judging by his current glow up, the sky's the limit. They're planning lazy afternoons in sunny spots, new toys, maybe even a catio for him to safely explore the outdoors. He's not just the rescued cat anymore. He's part of the family, stitched into their routines, moods, and memories. And something tells me his journey is just getting started. So let me ask you, what are you doing with the second chances life keeps putting at your feet? Are you stepping over them? Or finally ready to pick one up and run with it? Because if a street-worn, broken-hearted cat like Momoa can rediscover joy, trust, and purpose, then what's stopping you from starting your own transformation? Maybe it's fear. Maybe it's doubt. But here's the truth no one likes to admit. Healing starts when you stop waiting for the perfect moment and start showing up anyway. If this story moved you, even just a little, don't let it end here. Apply it. Rescue something or someone. Rebuild trust. Take that slow walk toward connection, even if you're scared. And if you're ready to keep learning, growing, and seeing the world through a lens of empathy and second chances, then go ahead and hit that subscribe button, turn on the notifications, because around here, every story has the power to change yours.